When Wong Guy, an early resident of Gull Lake, decided to retire, he closed his shop doors, boarded up the building, and brought an end to decades of work in the community. For the next 3 decades, that shop would remain closed and untouched, serving as a time capsule to a man and his business. In 2013, the Town of Gull Lake decided to open the doors and see what was inside. What they found were boots still waiting to be picked up, retirement cards sitting on the counter, and a treasure trove of memories from the 1970s and earlier, all untouched by time. Wong Guy himself was a fixture of Gull Lake for many years, having come from China at the age of only 13. Spending his time working on the West Coast, he worked for a brief time for British Gentry before coming to Gull Lake in 1917. Upon his arrival, he began working for Mah Jim, one of the first Chinese residents of the community. Soon after he made his home in Gull Lake, the Spanish flu broke out, and Wong Guy began cooking at the old brick school when it was set up as an emergency hospital for those suffering from the flu. The need for a cook was so great, and the story goes that local men went to Mah Jim and said if he didn't provide a cook for the hospital, the café would be closed down. Wong Guy stepped forward and said that he was not afraid, and he would serve as cook. In 1922, Wong Guy moved into a building and began operating a shoe and harness repair shop out of it. He would continue to operate out of there and live there until it was closed in 1979. Wong Guy would pass away in 1982. As was mentioned, in 2013, the Town of Gull Lake chose to open the doors of the Wong Guy shoe shop and venture inside. Beds were still made, cans were still on the shelves of the living quarters, and the equipment, in need of some minor repairs, could still run. From old tins of shoe shine to shoelaces and many skates and boots still sitting on shelves, the building was made into the community's second heritage property. In 2014, several members of the community restored the shop, cleaned it up, and got the machines running just in time for the Harvest Festival. Hundreds of residents made their way through the building during the festival, and many relived memories of walking in to talk to Wong Guy as he worked on their shoes. The building is currently being restored by the Town of Gull Lake.